Hi everybody, my name is Miss Corso. I'm going to be your Earth Science teacher for the 2020-2021 school year at the Brentwood Freshman Center. I want to send you a little introductory video of, what's going on for this year, who I am, and just give you a little bit of hopefully helpful knowledge on what you're in for and what you need to know to get started. So again, my name is Janine Corso. I have been teaching for 20 years. It's crazy, 20 years. And I love what I do. I love earth science and I love teaching young minds, young adult minds, I should say, to really kind of think and to process and to, be critical thinkers, not just in earth science, but in life, right? An important skill to have. Um, it's definitely a fun topic for me to teach. I love earth science because it's very, very broad. We start off talking about things like density and observation, inference, classification, and then topographic maps. We get to do things about stars. From stars, we go into things like seasons and weather, study of meteorology, study of weather. It's a nice big topic. I love that one. Usually after that, we go into climate, and by spring, we're talking about rocks and minerals and the geologic history of New York State, and how things were made, millions upon millions of years ago when we weren't even here. Except for me, of course, I'm so old that I was here. No, no, that's not true. I'm not old. Am I old? No, not old. So anyhow, I just, it's a really great topic for me. I love it, and I hope you do as well. One thing that I do know is that the delivery, I feel like I'm kind of a first year teacher in the sense that the way that I'm going to be reaching you is not going to be in person for some of you. And then for others, I'm only going to see you about 50% of the time. So in some ways, I'm like a first year teacher and you guys are first year students, and we're going to be doing a lot of learning together with the different platforms by which we learn this year. Now, I have been hard at work for weeks now, even though I haven't seen any students yet. And I've been trying to navigate through these new platforms, and I kind of want to impart to you what I've learned to make your life easier. So, one of the things I want you to know, I'm going to make myself smaller to do this, is that you all are going to be receiving a laptop. And if you're remote learning, you should have received your laptop already. Okay, and actually make me this big for one more second. With your laptop, when your parents picked up your laptop at the front office of the Freshman Center, you should have also received a book like this, right? It should say 2020 instead of 2019, but it's a book called Earth Science, the Physical Setting. And I know it looks backwards to you right now on this recording, but this is the general look of the book. You should have received one of these. If you didn't, you have to get back to the Freshman Center and pick one of these up because it's going to be very useful and helpful. Free resource, and it's just filled with awesomeness. Now, if you are going to be doing in school, like on-site learning, you will receive one of these in class, and your laptop will be coming also, but just a little bit later than the remote learning people. So remote students have received or should have received laptop and this, as well as the earth science reference tables, which is this little booklet, okay, right here. And if you didn't receive this, don't worry, I have digital copies uploaded already, but you definitely need this. Okay, if you are on site, in school, again, you're going to be receiving when you come in this workbook along with your earth science reference tables as well when you come in. So don't worry about that if you're on site. Now, when you get your laptops from the school, it's going to be imaged with really important programs. So the school district kind of went into that laptop already and downloaded these really important programs. If you do not have a school device yet because you're coming in, what I would say is if you have your own device, what you probably want to do is update your own device with two things. You're going to need Microsoft Teams, which you probably are familiar with already from the spring. And you're also going to need, within Microsoft Teams, there's this application known as OneNote. And OneNote is going to be a main way in which we do our notes this year. It's a virtual notebook, and it's actually kind of awesome in some ways because it keeps you organized, keeps me organized, and all of your notes are going to be digitalized so that, like, say you forget something at school, or you were absent one day, or maybe you just didn't take such great notes, it's not on you anymore. It's going to be basically in your notebook. Okay, it's going to be there already. So less time thinking about getting everything down in class, writing it all down while the teacher's saying it. More time of you looking at those notes, listening and thinking, processing, and being a critical thinker. So it's kind of good because we're taking your brain and making your brain use the way it's supposed to be used for science rather than you just writing stuff down during the period. So now let me show you a little bit about Microsoft Teams and OneNote. So here we go. I'm going to have to make myself small for this. Here we go. Here I am. And here we go. So on the bottom of my computer, I'm not sure that when I minimize this, the ribbon comes up for this recording. But what I'm clicking on right now is my icon for Microsoft Teams. And within Microsoft Teams, if you look across the top here, right, you're going to see like post, files, class note, book, assignments, grades, and so on. And then underneath here, file, home, insert, draw. These tools look a little bit different because this is the teacher view, but just know that within your team, okay, you're going to have something called Class Notebook. And Class Notebook is formed again through this app called OneNote. Okay, so if I click on Class Notebook, right, and just go to File here, this is my way of editing it. You're going to see when you get to your class notebook, okay, I'm going to be distributing pages. And these pages, again, are just like a regular notebook. So just think of like this as a regular notebook, but it has been put online for you, digitalized. So if I maximize this here, right, you can see I made a whole bunch of these really nice tabs down the side, right? And there are some tabs in here that look like they've gotten a little bit mixed up, like I don't know why 10 is up here, so we could drag them down here. But basically, you're going to have these tabs. So let's get this guy down here. I don't know how they got jostled like this, but let's move them in order so you can see. You don't have to do any of this. I'm just doing this so you can see how this is created, but how you're going to access it. So now, I've got basically all these tabs. Topic 14, you go up here. Right? And each one of these tabs is associated basically when it says topic 1, topic 2, and so on. Each one of these tabs is associated with a new unit from that workbook. It's basically the units of earth science. And some of the most important tabs that you want to know about, right, is right up here is our welcome video. That's going to be when I'm done with this video will be inserted, basically uploaded into this. But underneath this, in this red tab here, you have your welcome folder. And your welcome folder goes into some really important details about this course. Okay, so we've got our welcome to high school letter. Okay, we've got beneath that welcome to high school letter, basically this is your checklist. Okay, kids who are coming in, students who are coming in are going to get a hard copy of this as well. Students at home, you are going to have to you're going to basically have to complete an electronic signature to this, saying that you understand what it takes to really, make sure that you're okay and good enrolling for this course, right? Beneath this is your general guidelines that you should read through for earth science, so all the things that you want to probably know about, general guidelines, your passes, deadlines, absences, and lateness from class. Beneath that, okay, I have basically your parent and student signature form, which we're all going to basically do electronically this year. And you're also going to have your freshman center bell schedule. And some people are like, I don't even go to school during the day. Like, I'm not physically going to school this year. It's all remote for me. Why do we need to know this? Well, oddly enough, you do need to know this because the district does expect you to log in, and Microsoft Teams and eSchool does record when you're logging into the class. You're expected to actually log into the class during the time at which you would be in that class in school. And attendance is being taken. So if you do not show up virtually to those classes, you will get marked absent. So what you want to know, okay, is again, you're supposed to log in, but one of the things I kind of did with the welcome letter is a virtual expectations. So you're supposed to be on time virtually, okay, logging in, okay, maybe a few minutes before this class starts. You're supposed to find a quiet place in your house. You're supposed to be prepared. Your cameras, once we start live streaming from school, your cameras are supposed to be on. You can't just kind of like turn off the camera and be falling asleep. And you're supposed to mute yourself unless you're actually speaking to the teacher. Having mics on is really disruptive because it creates echoes for everybody and it's difficult to understand and hear people. Of course, you're supposed to chat responsibly, participate in class, communicate, and be respectful. I did kind of include some information about Microsoft Teams and Parent Square and the parent portal, okay, and this we're going to get into a little bit later on. So that's your welcome letter. You do want to read through it very carefully. Now, once you're done with your welcome letter, I'm going to have everybody click on this link, right? You're going to be in OneNote, and you're going to click on this link, which is going to bring you to an actual Microsoft form, which is a questionnaire that shows that you understand all the really important components of earth science. Here I am again. So I'm going to let you see this when this comes up, because everybody's actually going to be doing this electronically. Even if you're in school, I want you to try to get used to navigating around these sites and being able to find your way around. So this is really important. As you read through the letter, this is probably one of the most important parts of this video, so listen. As you read through this letter, or the letter about high school that I just showed you, one of the most important things that you must realize is that we're going to be completing labs this year. That's why you meet with me more times during the week than any other teacher. You have double periods on some days. And that's because New York State expects you to do a lab component, which is 1,200 minutes of labs must be completed, okay, by the end of the year around May 1st. So if you agree that you understand that you have to have these labs done by May 1st in order to take your Regents with your parents, you're supposed to check yes, right? And then you go to your next question. We understand that labs cannot be accepted. So each quarter has about, I want to say maybe 8 to 10 labs in it. And you can only turn those labs in during the quarter that they're doing. You check off yes. And again, you understand the excessive absences and latenesses can often keep you from qualifying to take that Regents in June. Okay, you have to do your labs and you must turn them in, even if you're virtual or fully remote. Yes. You understand the progress reports, okay, and report cards are given out every 5 weeks. So, we get at the 10th week of school report card, and 5 weeks later you'll have a progress report, and they're going to be on the portal. Yes, right? You understand that that the online portal, Microsoft Teams, Parent Square should be checked regularly by both parent and guardian and student. Yes. We understand that all classwork, homework assignments must be completed by their due dates. Yes. Now, here is what you are going to need for this course. You're going to need, if you're in school, 2 dozen pre-sharpened number 2 pencils. We can't share pencils anymore, unfortunately. You're going to need a notebook or a binder, a folder, your face mask, of course, in-site or on-site only. You're going to need a pack of blue or black pens, 1 regular calculator, 1 pack of colored pencils, and 1 pair of earbuds. You must have those earbuds, especially when you're learning at home. Okay, if you understand that, yes. Okay, you're going to type your name. Okay, type both parent and guardian and student name here. Today's date when you do this. Okay, so again, if it was me, I type my name in. Right, there we go. Today's date, which would be 9/14, right, 2020. And then we put in, do you have any questions or concerns? Like if you want to ask me any questions, stuff like that. Once you could do that, I'm going to put in NA for me because I don't have any questions for me. I would submit my form in, okay? And then I have your student signature sheet, okay? On my next video, we'll probably talk a little bit about getting to know you survey. There will be another survey up there for you, Microsoft Forms. This is just a little survey I want to just send out to you guys so I get to know you a bit better. So I hope this video was super, super helpful. And if I can be assistance in any way, I know the startup is going to be a little bumpy, but that's okay. We're going to learn how to do this all together. The earth science curriculum I got. The online learning, getting pretty good, and we're going to get through this just fine. So again, any questions, concerns, please reach out to me. I'm here no matter what, whatever you need. Just always reach out if you got a question or you're concerned or you're worried. Okay, guys, I will talk to you soon. I hope you have a great first day, whether you're face-to-face or online learning. All right, be well.